everybody, I'm Kristen.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is So I'm Watching Gilmore Girls, Season 1, Episode 21!
We did it! We're done!
Love, Daisies, and Troubadours. I love this episode.
It's good.
Yeah, I have some problems, mostly because I know what's to come, and I know that neither of the relationships that resolve in this episode last.
You mean the fact that they both fought before they decided to say the thing, and you stop throwing proposals at people?
Well, that, for sure. Also, Dean is so reactionary.
He is. Oh, so you carrying your books and clearly not your boyfriend. Get over it.
It's unbelievable. Literally unbelievable.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay, so Rory's still having kind of a hard time, but she's feeling better. Mm-hmm. She, goes into the market, even though she knows that Dean is supposed to be working, but he's not there. So he's clearly changed his schedule for one of those slutty Thursday afternoon girls, which I think is so funny. Mm-hmm. But she basically is, trying to figure out what's going on. So she goes to his house, and his little sister, who, you are correct, it's weird that they never met. Mm-hmm. Clara, she answers the door.
How can you be dating for 3 months and you love this person, but they have never been to your family. House?
Yeah.
I call shenanigans, sir.
The math's not mathing, Dean.
No.
So she ends up getting real creepy with Clara.
Yeah, she does.
To the point where Clara starts crying and Rory runs away, and she has, implied that she's a Girl Scout. And Dean is like, what's going on? She goes, the Girl Scout scared me. And he kind of sees Rory running away, too. There's just a lot of Claire's in another episode or two, maybe just one. I think it's actually the other one that Rune is in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, we've got a town meeting because, as I mentioned before, we had the town troubadour for the first time, and he's been in and out of interstitial parts of the episodes. But in this one, he is singing a song, and then another man across the street starts whistling and playing the guitar, and he freaks out. So there's a town meeting in this episode. And the main item on the agenda is that the regular town troubadour that we already met is trying to become the only licensed Stars Hollow town troubadour. And he's got this whole thing about mystique, and you're not supposed to know where I live, and you're not supposed to know these things about me. And Taylor thinks it's a money-making scheme. And the other troubadour is like, I run a Kinko's in Groton. And he's like, that's against the code. And so, just in order to get them to stop talking about it, Taylor grants the original troubadour a license as the only, or he designates him the official Stars Hollow town troubadour.
Well, that is after Rory goes on a very thinly veiled.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't know what to say, and the only way but if you could have a song, and then everybody would understand what you mean. And after she's been making eyes at Dean the whole time, which why Dean and Clara have decided that the town meeting is the place to be on this night. Bizarre. There's a lot of things are happening because the plot says so in this episode. But anyway, okay, I have something to say about body language in the town hall, the town meeting scene too. So Rory and Lorelai bring Max with them, and they've got all kinds of snacks and stuff. He gives them ring pops. It's very sweet. It's very cute. But then when there's a break or the meeting is over, Lorelai leans up so sexy to offer Luke French fries. She's like, hey.
Oh, that's 100% not what I thought you were going to say.
Really? What were you going to say? Or what do you think I was going to say?
Well, when she hands out, does the thing about the French fries, Max clearly puts his arm around her and pulls her closer.
Okay, I was going to get to that, but the initial body language thing was Lorelai towards Luke.
Oh, no, I felt very much that was like Lieutenant Dan ice cream.
No.
That felt like that to me.
Okay, because we know who Lorelai is as a person, yes. Because Max doesn't know who Lorelai is as a person. To him, that's flirting. Which, in addition to the toolbox thing at the end of the episode, leads him to believe that they had a fling while they were broken up.
Well, it just proves that he doesn't know her and they shouldn't get married!
Yeah. And then you're right, he physically stakes his claim on her.
He pissed all over her.
It's gross. And then they pissed all over each other. him and Luke.
It was just that.
Well,
I'm surprised that she didn't have a black and blue face afterward because she was in the middle of all of the dicks.
Well, because
swinging all over the place.
She does say, because they have a really childish, like, Luke is like, I'm here all the time fixing things, and like, I'll see you tomorrow, regular time, and Max is like, probably later, implying I'm gonna be balls deep in her for the night, and she's gonna be too tired to wake up and get coffee at the normal time. Disgusting. And so then when Luke leaves, Lorelai's like, I'm just making sure that you guys are done swinging those things around. It was very...
I'm glad that she said it exactly the way she said it, because that's literally what it was.
Yeah. So they start fighting, and he's like, why do we always fight when it starts getting good? And she's like, I don't know, but something's got to change. And she's like, he makes a joke about a murder-suicide, and he's just like, well, I want to get married!
Yes. The time to throw out marriage when one person brings up a murder-suey situation.
Yeah, definitely not. And she shuts it down, too. She's like, no. She's like, first of all, that was not a good proposal. Like, proposals were supposed to be, like, cool and big and fun and beautiful, and that was not what this, like, you're not supposed to propose just to get out of a fight. Like, crazy. And so, I don't hate what he does at the end of the episode.
Oh, I don't like it. That's
fine. I don't like it. I don't hate it. Because technically, he doesn't actually propose. He's like, I've thought about it. I want you to think about it. But I'm making a grand gesture.
But she had to tell him.
Well, no, she just threw that out there. He didn't have to do the exact thing.
No, I know. But still, she had to say it.
I don't know. I don't feel as negatively about it as you do. Nope, I don't love it. And also, I'll be honest, this only lasts like 3 more episodes.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
So... You're going to be especially mad when they describe the ring.
Is it bad?
No, it's amazing.
Oh. Does he just hand it to her?
No.
Oh, there's like a whole thing?
He like calls Rory and asks her opinion, but Lorelai's sitting right there, and so she's describing them out loud. And so essentially Lorelai like kind of picks her ring, but he's got like choices.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Well, bully for them.
Yeah. What else do we got? Aside from that, Rory, okay, so the beginning part of the scene with Tristan, the first scene with Tristan, is, like, not bad. They're, like, still being friends, and they're kind of quipping about, like, photos in their locker and stuff. And he is like, hey, guess what this is? And he has tickets to go see PJ Harvey. And Rory's like, wow, I'm impressed. That's really cool. And he's like, well, one of these is for you. And she's like, I can't do that. It would be like a date. And he's like, well, yeah, it would be a date. She's like, I can't go on a date with you. And instead of accepting, it seems like he kind of accepts it graciously in the moment, but then he immediately goes and tells Paris and Madeline and Louise that he's going on a date with Rory to a PJ Harvey concert.
Yes, let's bully a woman into going out with you.
Yeah.
Why are these men trying to bully these women into
good.
doing, I hate it.
It's not good. I will say too, I'll give you this. Part of the reason why I actually still enjoy Tristan, especially in his like last handful of episodes, is because he is directly in comparison to like almost the worst that Dean ever gets.
Yeah.
So he's like, he comes out smelling like a rose by comparison in the last handful of episodes. This is still pretty despicable. I think, but I also think he's also 16. I think he also doesn't totally understand what he's doing. He just is like, well, if I tell everyone else you're going with me, you have to go with me. And it's like, that's not how it works.
But then when she's like, I'm not going with you. And he was like, right now you're not. And it's just like, no, I'm not going to go with you.
Okay, so yes. So basically, Madeline and Louise and Paris are all shunning her again.
Calling her Mary, but typhoid
Mary. And it's because they just believe Tristan. Which is also horrible. It's the mad woman thing. It's the, like, women like hunting witches, too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And so they are believing this man who is clearly lying. And so she's telling Paris, she's like, I'm not going with him. I told him no. Why would you believe him and not me? I'm definitely not going. And also, Madeline needs those notes.
Yeah.
She needs Rory's notes. Just saying.
And then when, Rory was like, you borrowed my mom's clothes, which I haven't gotten back, by the way. Rude. And then she was like, oh, I hope Skippy didn't have her puppies on them. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's totally a joke. Paris doesn't have a dog.
No, she could never. But, like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, she's awful. Yeah.
Don't like it.
Okay, to that point about the outfit specifically, for me, that's just a funny joke because Rory already told Lorelai she wasn't getting her clothes back. So it's not like that's actually like a sticking point for anything.
But still, that's rude.
I agree. So they do this like hilarious choreographed like thing at the end. And also she's like, I bet you're going out for the school paper, aren't you? Well, you're going to need like a faculty recommendation. She's like, yeah, no problem. And she's like, and also the sign off of the editor. And she ends up, okay, because it's going to be a while. I'm going to tell you some stuff because you're going to forget. Mm-hmm. She ends up taking like, just sort of like random stuff. Like I don't remember what she says, but at one point she actually does do something about like the repaving of the parking lot. Oh. Was that what she said in this one?
The lawn care of the parking lot or something?
No, it was like the repaving of the parking lot, and the teacher advisor for the paper is like, Rory, just a beautiful thing about like, you know, she makes it into some sort of metaphor. Oh, and Paris is like, she's like, Paris, you're really wasting an excellent journalist here. It's so funny.
Great.
Paris really gets hers a lot in season 2.
Good.
Okay, and then literally as soon as Tristan is gone, they like have almost no problems anymore after that.
Well, they really haven't had any other problems besides Tristan.
Yeah. No, I know.
I don't like it.
I know. Okay, so, and then basically at the end, Dean shows up at school and because that is when Tristan is being horrible. Because he basically, you're right, he's trying to bully her into going.
Yeah, he takes her
and books. He also is like, these tickets cost a lot of money. And I'm like, that's your fault. You bought these without asking me.
And Rory says it cost your daddy a lot of money. Yeah. Like, oh.
I mean, Tristan presumably gets like an allowance, but it is his parents' money.
He used his dad's credit card for that.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. The DeGrays are richer than the Gilmores, so he probably has his own credit card.
Probably.
But again, his father's paying for everything. I'm not arguing that it's not his father's money, but it's like, I don't think he was like, Dad, I want to take a girl on a date. Can I get the money? Like, that. It was not like that. Because also his dad is like a total hard ass. We meet him in season 2. Only a little, like in passing, but like we get to know about him in season 2. What else do we got? Oh, the episode opens with Michelle having ennui.
Yes.
And so he like explains that it's like an existential thing and it's like, you know, very French and whatever. And so she takes Michelle to get coffee in the kitchen. And Suki also has ennui because Michelle explained it to her. Mm-hmm. And she just thinks she has everything that someone explains to her. Because Lorelai's like, do you remember last week when I had to tell you don't have a prostate? And then, so she's like, what do you think the opposite of ennui is? And she just says the word off-we. And she's like, oh, hear it. Amazing. It's super funny. And then, what else we got?
Well, we said that Dean showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't talk about what Dean said.
So he showed up there and she's like, oh my God, what are you doing here? And she's chasing after him and he's like, I don't know. I
don't even know why I bothered to come here when I just talking to your boyfriend.
The body language between Rory and Tristan could not be more antagonistic.
Yes. Someone going, ha ha ha, and me going, fine, whatever, and walking away.
Fine, keep him, I don't care.
Scream, that's my boyfriend.
It's absolutely ridiculous. So he throws an entire fit, and he's like, I thought you were trying to talk to me at the meeting, and like, when you came to my house or whatever, and she's like, please don't go, and he's like, why? And she says, because I love you, and barf.
And that was after he said that Claire saw pictures of her in the box that he has for her. She's like, oh my God, you have a Rory box? And he was
I actually thought that was kind of cute.
That is cute, but not...
Well, because she also...
It's Dean, therefore it's dumb.
No, it's awful. She found the Dean box that Lorelai kept, and she was like, I put him right next to the Max box so they could keep each other company. I thought that was cute. But yeah, so then they just like hard make out in the part, like bad. Like it doesn't look... It's not as bad as Buffy and Angel, but it doesn't look comfy.
Just full of strife and just they're angry. I don't like it.
It's angsty and I'm not a fan.
Nope. Oh, we also need to talk about Rachel left.
Rachel did leave. Luke was
a surprise to no one.
Yeah, Luke was not surprised, and she basically was like, "You're in love with Lorelai," and he was like, because he kept trying to say we're just friends, but he literally couldn't get it out, and she called him on it too. He was like, "I told you 1,000 times we're just friends." And she was like, no, you told me once, and you could barely get it out that time. And then he can't get it out again. He doesn't have feelings for her.
But I'm just like, you also put her in the middle.
Yeah. They
Ugh.
both did. They both did.
They really did.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, at least she got that sweet camera bag out of it because
Right?
she was carrying it out. She had a duffel and that sweet camera bag.
Mhm.
So
Listen, it was a birthday gift. It's mine now.
no, for sure. And also, she reminded Lorelai that the dragonfly exists.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then at the end, they just are super jazzed and screaming at each other in the streets.
Yeah.
In a happy way.
Yeah.
Rory and Lorelai, because they both have good news, I guess. Well, that is it for season 1 of Gilmore Girls.
Yes.
If you enjoyed it, we will be back with season 2. It's going to be a little while because we are going to do season 1 of Dawson's Creek first. I don't know if the releases will overlap at all. Depends on how quickly we get through that and start season 2 of Gilmore Girls. But you can definitely stay tuned and definitely please watch Dawson's Creek because we're hoping to alternate them out for the rest of both of their seasons. And that is our plans for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So, at least until the strike is over, and then maybe we can watch some of the shows that we haven't watched. So let us know what you think. Let us know if you are excited for Dawson's Creek or season 2 of Gilmore Girls, or if there's anything you want us to watch after that, or shoved in between as well. We'll do whatever within reason. We'll do some. We'll do some stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you think. Like and subscribe, and we will see you in a week with Dawson's Creek. Bye.
Bye.